That's pretty super, just bouncing. Hey, I'm Adam, the lab test editor here at the Outside Lab at CU Denver, and today we're going to do some testing on super shoes. And there's one coming at me now. These are the shoes that you really reach for when you're going on race day for your personal best and really want to test your speed. This is just some of them, but you know, here we go. So when you want to move quick and get your personal best in a race, you pull out a pair of these bad boys. So today for super shoes, what we're going to look at is what we call our soft score, which is actually going to be the feel of the squish of the foam. We will do some compression testing on the heel of the shoe, and we look at how that correlates to what our field testers thought when they ran in these shoes, and we give it an overall soft score based on that force rating that we see out of it. Soft score is the feel you have underfoot. Squishy or more firm, it's not good or bad either way. It's sort of a little bit of personal preference based on your foot strike. So personally, when it comes to soft score, I look for one on the firmer side. That's just what I like underneath my feet. I feel like it helps me feel the ground a little bit better. When it's squishy, makes me personally a little off balance. To test soft score, we use our MTS universal test machine, which is also known as the Hawk. So it's real strong, squishes real hard. We use the Hawk because it's a little inaccurate for me to give you a squish rating with my hands. Perceived squish rating here is, you know, it's a little hard to tell. Ooh, that one's a little softer, but you know, I can't really give you the good science behind that. That's why we bring in the Hawk. So when we do our soft score, we place the heel impactor, which is a 12.7 millimeter diameter surface. So similar to the surface of your heel, it's flat, not rounded, and we place it in the general location that your heel would be. So now that we have our shoe set in the machine, we're ready to run our test. 3, 2, 1, squish. When we do our soft score compression test, we compress at a rate of 15 millimeters per second. The idea is we want to move relatively quickly, much like your foot strike when you're actually running along the ground. So you're not in contact with the ground for a long period of time. We're going to push right on the heel where your heel would actually be located in the shoe. We do 10 compressions first to prime the foam and get it as if you're running in stride. These have actually already been running for a few miles, so they're already a little bit broken in, but we want to make sure the foam is nice and primed and we get an idea of what it feels like once you're a few strides in. We do, however, compress much beyond what your foot is typically going to compress the shoe during any normal stride. 2 reasons for that. We want to look at what the slope looks like over the life of the shoe, and then we look at it again as the foam breaks down over time. So that's why we compress much beyond. The further you compress into a foam, it's eventually going to hit a point where it starts to get really stiff and no longer is that nice cushy feel. It kind of runs out of space. So when it starts to densify or get less cushy because it's compressed too far, you actually see the force on our graph spike, which just means it's getting stiffer. We want to kind of see where that point is and look at it for super shoes specifically because they're meant for 1 race, maybe 2 races. So we want to really know as the shoe breaks down over time what you can kind of expect for how that force feels as the foam compresses and sets. The compression test we do to get the soft score of our shoes is really going to help you decide which of the shoes might be best for your preferred ride feel, soft or firm. When you're putting foot to pavement, you want to know if it's either firm underfoot or if it's going to feel like you're running on clouds all day. That's where soft score comes into play. We do give you a really good test of foam performance with the way we analyze the data from our testing. These are just some of the shoes we've been squishing on the Hawk here. So keep your eyes for the updated test results from the lab on Run on outsideonline.com to see the soft score and maybe pick your favorite super shoe for your next race. The more we test, the more you know.